Okay, so using the calculator for a right angle trig. So you are going to have a calculator just like this. These are the dark blue ones. Those ones should work just as this is telling you here. You want to hit the button cosine, which you're going to find right about there, 28, and then enter. So I already checked. You should be in this mode, but I checked the calculator, so we want to use that mode all the time. We're talking about 28 degrees inside of the triangle. So this is as if we're inside that triangle. Okay, the dark blue calculator is exactly like this. If you have one of the light blue ones, okay, it's going to be second up at the top, and then you're going to hit, it looks like this, the probability button. It really says trig above, and then you're going to scroll to the right with the arrows to get to the one that you need. So the first one that you'll see is sine and sine inverse like this. If you scroll over, you'll get cosine, cosine inverse, and that is how you want to check to make sure. Please check to make sure that you get this value. Underneath, you'll see as well that you want to do all these: sine of 45, tan of 36 degrees, and cosine of 75 degrees. Check your answers with me before moving on. Okay, so you should pause the video to do this. Okay, now that you've checked your answers, we can look at example 1. So you should have checked all those answers. I moved you on. And now we're looking at example 1, using these trig ratios to find the side lengths. We still need to remember this. SOHCAHTOA. Okay, and I can see that I'm looking at angle W, so I know that this is my adjacent side, I have my opposite side, and the hypotenuse. Those are important to me. And it says that I want to find WY. Well, according to my picture, WY is the hypotenuse. The other side length that I have, the other information that I have is 7.5 centimeters, which is my adjacent side. So now I'm looking at my acronym here, SOHCAHTOA. I have adjacent and hypotenuse, which means I must be using cosine. So I'm using the CA. I want to use cosine is adjacent over the hypotenuse. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have that value. So the cosine of W is what we're looking for. And in our case, it's going to be the cosine of 39 degrees. I'm plugging in this number that I have, this angle measure for cosine. I'll be able to use my calculator for this. I still want adjacent over hypotenuse, so I've got 7.5 over, and I'm going to call the hypotenuse x. Okay, this is just a proportion. This is over 1, and then I'm multiplying. 7.5 times 1, cosine of 39 degrees times x. Okay, so what I'm going to have is x times cosine of 39 degrees equals 7.5 times 1. I'm just going to change my thickness here, sorry. Okay, I should be able to figure this out. You can put this into your calculator right as you see it there. The cosine of 39, you can do it right now, which is going to give you 0.77 or 77 or 78 around here. X equal to 7.5, and then I'm just dividing by 0.78. X is going to equal 9.6. Okay, or you can keep it as it is and divide on both sides. If I have x times cosine of 39 degrees equals 7.5, I can divide by cosine of 39 on both sides, keeping it as it is. X equals 7.5 over cosine of 39, and then I put that in my calculator, and I still end up with 9.6. Okay, I think this one is like 9.65, and this one was 9.61. Okay, very similar. All right, so practice some of those problems.